the number one type of person you got to stay away from is the person that always loves to play victim in every situation. No matter what happens, no matter what they do to lead them to this situation, they always feel like it's their fault. They always feel like they're a victim to their circumstances. And these type of people, whether you realize it or not, they drain on your energy. They make you feel like shit. They make you eventually start teetering into that area where you're like, damn, my life kind of sucks too. I got to deal with this. This happened to me. This happened to me. Before you know it, all of a sudden, you start to become that person. And that's why people tell you, be careful who you hang around. Because that energy is reciprocated. And even if you don't intentionally do it, if you constantly hang around people like that, it's going to rub off on you eventually. So anytime I notice myself starting to feel bad for myself or starting to victimize myself because of my situation, I quickly snap out of it. I quickly don't allow myself to fall into that trap. But people love to fall into that trap, and before they know it, it becomes their lifestyle. It becomes their personality. It becomes, man, I went through so much shit. This is why I'm never going to become anything, because look at all that happened to me. Look at all the shit I had to deal with. That's the difference between somebody that's great and somebody that wanted to be great. Somebody that wants to be great and just looks at everybody achieve all their accomplishments and become everything that they aspire to be, and then it's the other person that is doing all of that stuff. You're either going to be watching that from a sideline and wondering why you couldn't achieve that, but you know damn well in your mind it's because you put every single thing that you had to go through and made it an excuse instead of a stepping stone. And when you start looking at everything that you go through as something you can grow through and as a stepping stone to become that person that you need to become to be put in that situation, then you start looking at things differently. You start looking at being tested as a good thing, because God is really testing you to see, well, if you can't handle this situation, I can't bless you with more. So I need to test you here, see what you're going to do here. You know what I mean? And then eventually, okay, you start to be rewarded for the work you put in. But a big thing is making sure that the energy around you is what you want and what you want to become. So surround yourself with people that don't victimize themselves. Surround yourself with people who have been through a lot of shit, but they used it as a stepping stone and not something to victimize themselves and make excuses forever.